And today we're back in the F5 Tiger. I almost said F4 Phantom. F5 Tiger too. And we're going to be going over rockets. So if you look on the outside of the aircraft, I've gone ahead and I've added 4 rocket pods. You can do this by, of course, going to your communications, ground crew, rearm, refuel. So on stations 2 and 3 and 5 and 6, you can add rockets. On the outer pylons, I've got high explosives, and on the inner pylons, I've got heat rockets. I went ahead and equipped the aircraft with armor-piercing rounds. Don't think we're going to be doing any gun stuff. And we'll even change the... now we're not going to do that, because I'm not going to reload this for you guys. But this is the loadout I've got right now. You can look at the rockets and just kind of look through. There's a plethora of what you want to do. You can do parachute elimination rockets, practice rockets, all kind of stuff, white phosphorus, all kind of stuff. So and these are the 19 rocket pods. They do have 7 rocket pods as well. This is what we have on board today. I've got the aircraft ready to go. I just wanted to show you about the loading the rockets real quick. We're going to take off. We're going to our normal spot over here on the range over here to the I guess that would be the southeast, and we'll take off. Just be a short flight and we'll be right over there. Now I did want to show you before we take off how to use these rockets. So we're going to start with the outer pylons first. So we're going to go ahead and flip those outer pylons up, and we're going to go over to rocket dispense when we go to use them. We're going to leave it on safe now because we're still on the runway, but you just go over to rocket and you're going to hit your weapon release trigger to do that. But we need some kind of sighting, so we're going to go ahead, and a lot of people talk about 14 is the place to be on your manual rocket dispenser or your depression for your rockets. I like 20. You can try either one, see which works for you. We'll go over here to manual. I like 20. Seems to do well for me. Seems like if I do 14, it's like I'm undershooting all the time. But for the way I fly and the way I bomb, it's probably not correct, but it seems to work for me. May work for you as well. Give it a shot. Try it out. So we're going to go ahead and raise up our nose wheel. Pull the brakes, full power. And release. Got a little squirrely there, hit the nose wheel steering. Alright, so we're going in the runway here. I do have it up to about a 7 degree on the trim because we're heavy with this stuff. We got a fuel tank on board too. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. There's 180. There, should be able to rotate. We're up, gear up. Landing light off. And the flaps are in the auto position. So we're going to cruise out here to the water while we're climbing. Pull that trim down just a little bit. We don't want to go super crazy here. And we'll take a left and we'll go over to our practice grounds over there. While we're doing that, we've already got our 2 stations armed. We'll go ahead and arm our rockets. They're now working. So we're going to fly. We're going to go ahead and start our shallow turn here. Looking back at the runway. Say bye-bye, Cobaletti. Alright, so here's our practice grounds up here on the left. And what we're going to do for that, we're going to swing out just a fuzz. Go ahead and trim her back out just a little bit more. Swing out just a fuzz. And we're going to come back in. We're going to line this runway up because that's how I've got the target set. And once she gets about right here, we're going to turn into it. Not yet. I'm still adjusting on our trim here. And what I'm doing is looking at the end of the runway. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back out of afterburner. I'm going to go ahead and turn. And I'm just doing a lazy turn here. We'll kill the power. So back to idle. We're coming in. Level out. We're going to zoom in so we can see what we're firing at. And bombs away. Those are short. So as we get closer, full power, and out of there we go. Now we will try it in the 14, like everybody recommends. And we'll see what it does on that. I've seen a couple people recommend the 14. So we'll swing back around here and see how that goes. Left rudder coming around. And come on, baby. I don't want to yank you because you're kind of slow. You're only 300 knots. Alright, so line her up. And we'll pull power. And pitch her down. Zoom in. I have made a liar out of myself. 14 is the way to go. So I guess it all depends on what angle you come in. Turn her out to 0. But yeah, it depends on what angle you come in to actually do your rocket run. You see, if I was a little high and pointing down, it worked. That 14 worked great. If you noticed on the 20, I was probably about a 30 to 40% downgrade. Coming in on a target. So we'll go ahead and throw the inner pylons on as well. I believe that was the heat that we put on there. That was a high explosive spin. So we'll use both of them this run and see where we're at. Let's get a little altitude here. So we're going to come back in on the target here. We're going to roll into it. And I'm just using a little rudder. When you get on target, don't use rudder. I'm just using rudder to roll into the target. Alright, coming off that rudder. Coming off that power. And I gave it a little bit too much rudder. A little off course here. That's alright. We'll straighten up here at the last second. We're going to zoom in. And we're going to go weapon release. And we're out of rockets. Full power, pull up out of there. Alright, so I, like a dummy, I forgot to turn on our external fuel tank. So we've been running off the plane the whole time. That's okay, we're close to the airport. We're going to dump all these. I'm going to show you how to do a jettison as well. Let's get a little altitude here. We'll level out and I'll show you how to jettison this stuff. Back over at our target range here. We are out of rockets, so time to go bye-bye pods, lighten up the aircraft, and make it easier to fly. So we're going to stay in burner for a minute. I'm going to give her a little upwards trim here, just to level her out. Alright, so we've already got their bomb selected. We want to jettison our tank as well, so we're going to go ahead and turn that off. And we're going to go ahead and go, you can either go selected jettison, or you can go all the way down And I'm sorry, took my hand off the flight stick. But we're gonna hit this button here, and I've got that bound to my joystick. I'm gonna go outside, and there goes the pylons as well. So remember though, if you just say like we had 4 sets of bombs on here, say we used the outer ones and we had the inner ones off, and we did that, and we did it all jettison all, it's all gone. We're gonna lose every bit of it. So just keep that in mind. But if you go to the up position here, you'll just jettison the actual station. So we'll turn all that off now and go back to safe, since we've jettisoned everything. And we'll pull her out of burner. And that's that. So hopefully that helps you a little bit on the rocket aspect and how to jettison stations. And we'll see you next time. You guys have a good one. Remember to like and subscribe. Send me some comments. See you later.